Ready? You ready for this?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun. Thought you were going to play some music or something.
No. Welcome to Dicejunkies, and I'm Xenodamus, and I'm here with
You.
And we're about to do the non-political episode where we try to discuss the amount of politics that has intertwined itself with. I turned the volume off this phone. I swear, people.
This is the subject of get your politics out of my games and my comics.
It's a thing where we're trying to we're going to try to be non-biased about this, but at the same time, I don't really care about your opinion on politics. In my video games. So
we're not asking you.
I don't
for
want
your
you to care about my political.
You're suck. You're suck. Yeah. Nobody wants your politics in anything.
Yeah. But I mean, me and him, we don't even agree on everything politically. Like, we have differences of opinions all the time politically. And I mean, we're friends and we talk about it, even though, I think that's one of the rules of being friends is not to talk about religion and politics. But, we're grown up enough. I think we can do that.
So I can't believe you don't support my world conquer plan. I'm telling you.
Well,
I want to just take over the whole world.
I told you that there's certain things that we could work on to make that actually work. But
violence is the answer.
But no, so I mean, and people in the chat room, please feel free to chime in here. People watching on YouTube or podcasts, you can leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. But I mean, it's starting to get in. Oh yeah, no, I mean it's starting. So one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this was because of things like we talked about Telltale Games and the but we have
Battlefield.
One of the problems, one of the big places that I have some issues with is we have these tabletop conventions. We have Roll20. Several places that have claimed are banned people because they didn't agree with something that they said politically, or because of some political stance they had outside of the medium, even.
Which is retarded. I mean, I don't care if that's a trigger word. Deal with it. What you're supposed to be offended, so it's dumb. I mean, that's the overall concept is. It's not what you believe we have a problem with. It's that we know. I don't want to know. I don't care. I pick up a game, and it's like, hey, man, I'm going to go out and fight zombies. I don't want to know the person who drew the zombie buttocks' feelings about, like, whatever issue. I don't care. I don't care what the writer thinks. I just want to play this game.
Yeah.
And it's getting very frustrating that I'm watching games that I was looking forward to, starting to, because at first it was kind of those games that you're like not worried about, but now they're starting to kind of leak over where I'm going like, oh God, I hope nobody says anything to Rockstar and they mess up my Red Dead Redemption 2 or Dante's game. It's Devil May Cry.
It's become a problem with pre-ordering the game. Like I pre-ordered Soul Calibur the other day, and then I start seeing articles about people complaining about the content of Soul Calibur and that it's this and it's that. And then it's like, oh, crap. Are they going to change Soul Calibur last minute or postpone this game that I just paid $90 for a pre-order and a season pass for because,
Because, we believe they're objectifying the women in the game. And it's like...
So...
It's a bunch of people with swords stabbing the heck out of each other, and you're worried about objectification? What about the violence, you dummy? Like, there's a sword that's basically Satan possessing people and making them murder their families, and you're like, I don't think they're treating Taki correctly. I believe they're objectifying Taki. It's like, I just hit Taki with a frigging axe in the face.
See, I was even going to avoid even going to the actual accusation of what was being claimed.
Well, true.
But...
Well, yeah, you're right.
My point is there is a political claim against it, and now it's like, are they going to change or postpone my game because of politics?
Well, yeah, because like I said, whether it's a valid claim or not, because the thing is, I'm not saying which one's valid or not. I'm saying asking these questions instead of just playing the game is the issue. We really can't sit down
And yes,
and grab the game.
I understand exactly what you're saying, Blood Axe, and agree 100%.
Oh God! Don't throw the armor thing. But the point being is that it's a fantasy game, and if you don't like it, that's fine. But I think you're just delving too deep into it, man. You're looking for problems in a story where there's bigger issues. I'm always amazed at what people like. Like, to me, the Battlefield game, I'm like, I feel like people were way too worried about that. Nobody even played it.
Dark Seer, he brings up a good point. He says in our chat room, at its core, video games are a form of entertainment, which should be treated as a form of art. Doesn't matter what they have as their views in or around the game. It's art. Deal with it. And yes, I agree. It's also, I mean, it's not game, it's not geek, but I mean, another area where I'm seeing a lot of this in that makes me feel crappy is comedy. I mean, part of our show is, I mean, we're an entertainment show. We're not exactly news or any of that. We're here for entertainment, and when and we say things just to get a laugh sometimes. I'll admit it. I mean, I know you do. I do. Whatever. We what is it? A caricature. Yeah, caricature size ourselves at times. But anytime that Politics keeps reaching into that, it's like, okay, how far do I have to pull back early on this joke now? And it's not funny anymore. So
Patton Oswalt at one point talked about comedy is two things. Comedy is absurdity and comedy is tragedy. And thus, comedy is going to be offensive if you look for it, because absurdity means you're going to say something that is not realistic.
Yes.
Tragedy is you're going to say something that's upsetting or dark. Those are the two forms of comedy. I mean, if something's funny, it's usually because something unnatural or odd occurred.
And now we can move that back over to games and comics and stuff like that, because in all, they're trying to entertain, they're telling a story, and that's, yes, they're going to have things that are out there, because that's what makes it interesting. That's what gives it its art form. That's what makes it the piece that it is.
And here's the thing. While I do hate the words of, if you don't like it, don't buy our games, because I just think that's bad customer service, I do also recognize the concept.
Well, it's really bad when that's what you're telling the fans, though.
It's really bad. No. Let me finish. I'm going to try not to ramble. I know you don't want me to, so I'll try to get to the point. But I also do believe in target audiences. There are target audiences. And the reason that's a dumb statement is because lately they've been saying it to their target audience, which is a very weird decision. You don't want to say to the people who buy 90% of your games, don't buy our games if you don't like this, because then that's not going to work. We've seen it. But I do believe in target audiences. And guess what? Most guys want to be the hero, and they want to save the damsel in distress. It sells. Just like a lot of games targeted at women are the opposite, where the male characters become less competent and the female characters more competent. It's everybody's optimal fantasy. Everybody wants their team to win. But what you need to do is don't hate on the other person's team. Look at Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider Lara Croft is amazing. And I've never heard anybody bash on that game.
Well, and that's the thing, though. You don't go and change a franchise or change a selling point to try to appease the political quote. I mean, the thing is do your art form, and guess what? Oh, well, we want more of this and this. Well, let's see if somebody can come up with an art form with that and build a fan base around that. Nobody wants to tell them either. I'm for it. I don't want to tell them just because I don't like their game that what they're doing is wrong or anything like that. Let your fans be there, let them build their fan base. I'm for that. It's just like we didn't agree with some of the stuff on that Crunchyroll anime. But, I mean, what did you say? You were like, let them make it. Let's see if it works. Let's see if there's an audience for it.
Spice. Like, the way they decided to advertise it seemed like they were almost trying to offend me, which was annoying. Because I'm like, dude, I'm not even your audience. Why do you got to come at me like that? But I will defend to the death their right to have their own voice. Everybody has a right to. Now, at the same time, can't complain if you chose the wrong audience. Sorry, it is a business. If you choose people who aren't going to buy your game as your target audience, don't whine about it afterward because you didn't go for the easy. Look at us. We didn't go for the easy subscriptions. You know, my hair isn't pink and yours isn't blue.
Yeah, we're not targeting children, which is probably one of the biggest bases for views.
Yeah, we target an older group, and we're not exactly 100% kid friendly, but it's like, and thus we grow steadily, but but slowly.
Yeah,
it's a choice. So we're living it. We're living it. We won't sell out. We're doing it the way we want to do it. Mm-hmm. But we can't complain. We know that we could grow a lot faster and easier if we also went for the easy audience.
Yeah.
But we're not going to
there's a lot of gimmicky type stuff we could do, but that's not our target.
So stand by your guns, people. If you're going to have a message and you want to tell it, first, make your own content. Don't hijack someone else's.
Don't apologize for it.
2, don't apologize for it. But 3, don't attack anybody for not liking it.
Yeah, don't attack people for not liking it or somebody for doing something different.
I mean, I'm not mad at people who said, I didn't like Black Panther. I just go, okay. You have a right to that. I don't go, you're racist because you didn't like Black Panther.
Well, and Black Panther is another good example of politics in Geek where people try to put a lot more politics in it than I think it was actually necessary. Viewing it, I mean, we were like, this isn't nearly as political as people have made it out to be.
Black Panther is the greatest success story because here's a little secret to everyone out there, no matter what type of content creator you are, whether you're Comicsgate, anti-Comicsgate, whatever the other groups are, I don't know how many factions there are anymore now. They're multiplying. Is this, the best way to get a message out there? Make a good product. Because no one listens to someone when they say a good movie was bad. They just go, screw you. Because, I mean, I watch people attack it. I sat down here and Zeno showed me videos of people politicizing Black Panther. But what was awesome is I went, the movie was good. Screw them. But if you make a mediocre product, you're open to attack. You're going to have a hard time getting your message out. So try to make a good product first. Because I want to see you succeed. I'm feeling bad for people trying to get a message out and just crashing and burning. And then also, if you're a major company, just tell everybody. Well, one company did say this. We should have got the name of the company. Some company put out a statement where they said, you represent us when you're on social media. So they started curtailing the people in our company by saying you represent us.
Guild Wars. Guild Wars, I think, was one of them.
I think it was their company. Keep your opinions off of the actual work forum. I mean, if you want to go express an opinion, don't jump on and go to the people that buy your games and start attacking them. Because here's the thing, you'll never win. Yeah. The internet's full of trolls. It'll get spun badly even if you didn't mean it.
Yeah. Now, for the second reason we wanted to talk about this and made this topic is the fact that I did want to let people know, look, we try to be non-politically biased on this channel. We try to avoid politics as much as we can. Politics is beginning to seep into geek culture, so it will eventually come up. And there's no way to not be 100% non-biased. You can't be 100% non-biased. Sorry. Your political views, your political outlet, your take on life is going to seep through your words, but our goal is to not take that stance. The most political I'm going to get is, I will tell you, elections are coming up. Be sure to vote. If you want your opinion out there, be heard. Go vote.
I do have a bias. I'll say my biggest bias I have now. Don't worry, don't freak out. It's not bad. My biggest bias right now is just that I do err on the side of the customer. A customer is someone you're asking for their money. Mm-hmm. If you are a content creator, if you are an actress in a movie, if you are a writer on a game, you are asking the people out there to buy your product. So this new attitude coming out of, well, it's not about you. No, it is. You're trying to sell something to us. We don't have to give you our money. We don't have to listen to you. You're no one. I'll just be honest. You're nobody. You are no one until you give me something I want. Yeah. That is the truth of how consumerism works. So don't come at me with an attitude, regardless of what you feel, of shut up, my stuff's good, you should be liking it. Yeah. No, I don't. If you can't catch my interest,
let's wrap this up, buddy.
So yeah, sorry, anyway, man, I'm just tired of getting talked down.
Well, I was just trying to, I end it with the, go vote, do stuff like that.
Oh, well, then go back to that. Go vote.
And then I was going to go, now that we don't have anybody watching anymore, we should get into random encounters.
Freedom speech, bitches. Bam.
Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope we weren't too political in our non-political political conversation. And now we're going to go roll some dice because that's what we enjoy. So,
if everybody just did that, we could solve all this. Just randomly
randomize
pick
everything.
what you're going to put in your movie. Like what? Put a bunch of issues on there and a bunch of different social opinions. Roll it and make a movie.
And just make a movie.
What's this movie going to be about? Gender equality. Just roll and be like, that's what we're going with. Somebody complains, you'll be like, dude, I rolled a 12.
I rolled a 12. I rolled a 1. I rolled a 20.
Why is gender equality got to be a 1? See?
I didn't
told you it'd be you.
I listed off several different numbers. I was just going through numbers.
I know, but that's how it works. They grab onto that one thing you said wrong.
And then you highlight it.
Yes.
Like,
then you draw attention
like
to it. You circle it.
Circle.
You act like none of the rest of the conversation happened.
So on
and
that
you are
note,
a white male.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends about us, and don't be pissed off. All right.
Or do. But either way, just tell your friends about us.
Yeah.